Okay, hello to my review of CastleMiner Z. I'm Gear. Oh god, this game is awful. It's not, I don't know to call it a ripoff of Minecraft. It's like if you took Minecraft, took all the creativity out of it, installed Flawn's mod, and then gave yourself regenning health and just took out a bunch of the blocks and turned it into bullshit. The game is hideous. Like, it looks so ugly. But, I guess that's up to debate. But personally, the textures just look gross. What you're seeing here is a 5 times speed of me playing from beginning to end, getting, like, one of the best guns, like, top-tier level guns. Which is pretty much a one-shot to everything. And it's just a bad game. Like, the goal of the game is to get as far away from the center as possible, not to build anything. But I don't do that, but I get to the very end, like the end tier weapon, and, like, that's a pretty good thing. And mining is so underwhelming. It's so boring. Like, obviously, there's a certain amount, just collect to it. But, you're just, and the other thing is there's no real danger in this game. The enemies, you just turn around and shoot them and your health regens. And also, oh my god, digging down is like perfectly safe. And lava. Here it is. Lava doesn't burn you when you step on it. Jumping up and down on that, I'm fine. Unless it's too deep, 2 blocks deep, I think you can stand on it. You don't even sink at all, and it does no damage. And it never spawns too deep except for in the hell biome. Like, maybe there's a slight chance of it doing that if 2 single blocks spawn separately, independently of each other, on top of each other. But other than that, it doesn't. It's so bad. The first time I saw lava, I dig down and I was avoiding it, and eventually I fell and I went, oh shit, and I was fine. I could just stand on it, and you can one-shot hit it to get rock. Lava helps you when you're mining because it gives you light and you don't need to waste torches. Oh. And you can see I'm already progressing pretty fast, and I think this is about 10 minutes in, and I'm almost at a diamond pickaxe, which is the second best pick. So after that, most of the hard part about progressing is finding a certain moon-like biome to get some of the stuff there. And the combat, you can see me shooting these guys. They sneak up behind you and pretty much everything two-shots you. And there's no way to fix this. So unless you have quick reaction time, you just instantly die. And they spawn real fast and then jump at you. But once you get it down, you can just turn around and shoot them just so easily. Melee, the guns are pretty much the only way to go, because melee is awful. There's no noise for when you hit them. You just twitch your hand when you're trying to hit them. And you can't tell they have a flinch animation, but it's hard to tell if you're killing them, and eventually they'll just die in front of you. It's so pathetic. The only melee weapon I ever used was my bloodstone pickaxe, which is the last pickaxe, and honestly, it was able to one-shot almost everything I needed to kill, except for some of the really hard enemies. It's so bad. And here you can see me mining bloodstone, which is like the obsidian of this game, except you can make a pickaxe out of it. And this is one of the most boring parts of that. It takes forever to mine each block, and it's just, the collection is just so boring. I didn't feel like I was exploring anything unique or special, especially since how the pick progression works is that unless you're mining a tier that's above you, your pick can mine fast everything else except for what's above it. So, a gold pickaxe will take a long time to mine diamond, but everything else, it'll mine so fast. You can see with the bloodstone pickaxe, you one-hit the stone, which makes strip mining so effective, which takes all the fun out of exploring a cave. So, it's bad. It's bad. That's, like, all there is to say. And so here you see I have my bloodstone pick, which effectively, like, is the best melee weapon I'll ever need. And I'm still using the pistol from the beginning of the game, and I'm just fine. My first weapon upgrade, is to one of the top tier weapons. All the way up. That's it. It's atrocious. Say welcome to the teleport feature. The teleport feature just lets you go right to the surface and die, because you spawn right next to enemies all the time. It's convenient because you get to keep what's on your hotbar, so if you just put everything you want on your hotbar and then teleport up, if you're just lazy like me and didn't want to travel up and didn't give two shits about this game, it's great. But the one thing is, you die all the time from it. In this footage, the 2 times I used teleport, I died both times. So, here you can see me trying to traverse the land with the first pistol, and I'm just dying because I'm trying to rush it, because I'm looking for the asteroid biome where the asteroid crashes so that I can get my new weapon. And you can see I've figured out to use my pickaxe instead of the pistol, because the pickaxe one-shots everything. And I don't have a good enough weapon to kill the dragons, which is what's chasing me. And they're kind of like one of the main enemies of the game, oh so special, but they're really not that hard, especially once you get a really good gun. You can just wait for them to fly towards you, then fire a couple times, and down they come. Admittedly, the only exciting part about this game is when I got to kill a dragon, and they do have a reasonably good animation for coming down. You see their wings curl around them, and they go, kush! Hit the ground, and then they just explode into, some useful materials, which everything is kind of useless. They're the only way you can get explosive powder, but other than that, they're kind of underwhelming. And here you see I found the asteroid biome, the crashed asteroid. And there's no reason to go at it from the top, because if you dig down, there's a big-ass hollow cave area that allows for easy access to the side and less, connection to the mobs that spawn around it, and you could get a glimpse of it down there. There are these aliens, and they are by far the enemies with the most health in this game. They have so much health, they're a pain in the ass, and they're just really slow, so you just walk away with them slowly shooting, and then probably just get killed by one of the first zombies of the game, because they're so quick and will jump at you while you're trying to deal with this alien who's just slow as all hell. So, I'm collecting this green goo so I can get a laser rifle to upgrade from my starting pistol. Can't say that enough. Had no reason to do anything in between, just because my pickaxe was good enough. And so here I've checked, what I need and made laser bullets, which are the bullets you need. And from my research into this, it turns out laser weapons and the aliens were added after everything else, but they didn't make an equivalent to any of it other than the aliens. They didn't make some new big tier to go to, because the aliens only spawn at these asteroids. So most of the time you're using these weapons outside of the asteroids, and they don't have some equivalent powered area, like no dragons that really could fight you and be worth it. And there, you see me make it. They're not. You don't feel like these are meant to be in the game. They're too powerful. So, I died again, lost everything in my inventory, but it's just a bunch of fucking copper, and since I have a bloodstone pickaxe, I can get it real quickly. So here you see me hopping about, one-shotting shit with my new gun, and I kill a dragon here, I think with 2 shots, and picked up his shit, and then got killed by a zombie. You feel so pathetic, because you feel, the one time you feel epic after killing the dragon, you walk over and a zombie jumps at you. If you didn't notice him, especially over the noise of fighting the dragon, they kill you so quickly you have no time to react. So, most of the time, the combat you feel like it's easy mode, but then there's just that one time that it isn't. And finally, I find an enemy that looks like he's worth fighting. This big-ass demon. You can see right there. And I'm like, oh my god, I wonder how my gun will do. And he's gone. He just despawns. And throughout the game, I noticed this. If you saw an enemy, looked away a little bit, or he got behind a block, they would just despawn. In this game, to get rid of your problems, you ignore them. ignoring your problems gets rid of the enemies. I have no idea why, but it does. And you see me getting into hell here by climbing down the spire. The only challenging part of this game was I thought, oh, getting into hell, how am I going to do this? Because there's no way down. And then I discovered the spire goes all the way down. The only other way from my research was if you travel far enough. And you can get to the edge. And eventually hell becomes closer. And you saw also, moving on to a new thing, that menu I showed you, all those blocks you saw, those 5 or 4, that's all the, like, aesthetic building blocks you get, and some wood. So, because of my frustration with this game, I decided to just commit suicide. Because I am tired of this shit.